everyone, welcome back. Before I start with today's video, I would like to share a few things that what made me choose this topic for today. Well, I got few DMs on my social media accounts. They really appreciated my work, like what videos I have made till now, and people give me suggestions, they give me appreciation, they even criticize me, but I am very thankful that at least they are talking about it and they are sharing their unbiased views, which I really respect. And thank you so much everybody who's watching my videos and who's been telling me like what to do, what not to do, and I really respect it, and I genuinely feel that it helps me improve better each day. So today I'll be talking about relationships, which few of them suggested me to talk about. So yeah, here I am. If I'll talk about relationships, we come across different kind of relationships, be it in family with our parents, with our relatives, be it with our siblings, be it in sense of friendship, be it in sense of our workplace relationship with our colleagues. One kind of a relationship is which is explored or unexplored. It's totally it totally depends upon your perspective and your experience, and which is companionship. So many of you have experienced companionship, many of you must not have experienced companionship till now, but it's totally fine. It's a part of life, and if you haven't experienced, you will at some point of time. And life is like a journey. If you have not explored anything, or if you have not found the best destination till now, it doesn't mean that the best destination doesn't exist. It does exist, but you need to travel quite far for that. So just believe that you are still traveling and you are still exploring, and one day you will definitely reach there. And for the ones who have already reached their destination of companionship, congratulations to them, and I hope that it's going well, you are enjoying it. And even if you are having any kind of ups and downs, hurdles, obstacles, it's a part of every relationship, then why not this one? So how to deal with it, or how you can work upon it or make it a better one, I hope that this video will help you, and I'll help you in some or the other way to handle your relationship, your companionship. So without any delay, let's straight away get into the video. Okay, so why do we need to make the relationship or the companionship a good one? As humans, we are sociable, we are social animals, we love to interact with different people, we love to share our feelings, thoughts, and get to know more about somebody else's perspective about us. And this is how the things work, this is how we function. And just imagine that there's nobody around you, you are the only one left on this planet, all alone. What will you do, and how does it make you feel? It's making me worse, it's making me feel worse right now about it. And I cannot imagine, I can literally not imagine anybody not being around me. So this is how we have been conditioned. What comes in between a relationship or a companionship? What all hurdles or what all problems people do face in a relationship? So the first and the foremost thing is betrayals. Many of you have some kind of expectations with your companions, but at some point of time you may feel that those expectations are not being met, or you kind of feel after a certain period of time you feel some kind of changes in the behavior, or some kind of changes in the way the person is talking, or the way the person is showcasing his or her feelings to you. So things might change over a period of time, but if you see some drastic changes in a person, so that's a kind of trigger and a warning for everybody out there. So this comes as a hurdle in any companionship or any relationship, so you need to work upon it. Secondly, because of the family issues at times, Maybe there are some kind of family issues on the part of the girl, or maybe on the part of the boy. At some point of time they try to come out of it, they try to come at a mutual agreement with each other's families, but still there can be a moment at times that you feel that you are stuck in between, and like from both the sides of your families you are stuck and you cannot move on, and which is causing any kind of conflict or any kind of friction in between the companions. So yeah, that can also cause a problem. Being in a cross-cultural relationship can also create problems in a few people's lives. I'm not saying everybody. Many of them, like, hats off to them, they know how to keep a balance with each other's values, beliefs, religious practices, and a lot of things which are related to their cultures. Like people coming from two different backgrounds but still try to match up with things, and without, I'm not saying that you have to enforce your culture on your partner, or your partner has to do the same on you, but if you both are practicing each other's culture and you are loving it, like you want your kids, or if you want your future families to interact in the same way and to respect your each other's culture the same way, that's when you have to take a stand, and you'll only be able to take a stand if you feel so that is it correct for you to do, or are you comfortable in a certain kind of relationship or not, and that you have to decide only when you are committing to each other and when you are moving a step ahead. So that's the most important thing you should work upon. We need to keep in mind for building a good, a better, a best relationship. So first and foremost thing which comes in our mind when we talk about companionship or relationship is trust. So trust building is the most important, and it's the most meaningful part of your life. If the base of your companionship or your relationship is not strong, and you're trying to build different aspects of your relationship on that, it'll collapse one day. So if you don't want it to collapse, and you want it, like you want to build a story on another story and keep building that, so for that what you need to do is you need to keep your base strong, and you need to keep that sense of trust in your companion, and if you'll get that in reciprocation, that's the best feeling ever. Secondly, mindfulness. So like I made a video on mindfulness also. If you have not seen this, like way back I've made it, so you can go and check it out. So mindfulness also plays a very important role in any kind of relationship, and especially in companionship. So being mindful couples, like as we say, or as we hear, hashtag couple goals. So that really works when the person whom you are in a relationship with is mindful, and same like you get in the reciprocation as well. So being mindful with yourself, with your companion, like in sense of need, in sense of feelings, in sense of actions or behavior, that how to exercise yourself, or how to present yourself in front of your companion, and how to get their perspectives in your head and function accordingly. So yeah, being mindful is the key to success, and it is actually. Then another one is good communication. So communication is the most important thing. Again, there should be some kind of communication among companions. If you are not talking it out, if you are not expressing yourselves in front of your companions, that can also create a negative impact. Like that can lead to a very big or huge gap in a relationship, and to mend that gap or to bridge it, you need to talk, and you need to communicate yourself to your partner. Then only you can know what is creating that obstacle or hurdle, and how can you move on with it. Also again, one of the most important thing is respect. So mutual respect in a relationship or in like with your companions is very important. And if like where there is no respect, self-respect as well as respect for your companion, like when this word respect is not there anywhere, things cannot work out, and it cannot work out. So you need to work upon your self-respect, as well as you need to learn how to respect your companion in a relationship. If you'll learn it, if you'll like achieve this thing in life, then definitely your companionship will move smoothly, and you'll gonna enjoy it. Being in a relationship comes with healthy signs as well as warning signs. So first of all, we'll talk about the healthy signs, which is open communication, quality time together, shared values, mutual respect, realistic expectations, ongoing support, strong sense of trust, making shared decisions, and you feel safe with the person you are. You accept each other, you have fun, there are healthy boundaries, mutual affection, you enjoy time apart, healthy disagreements, you feel a sense of belonging, you inspire each other to be better. And then comes the warning signs: guilt trips, withdrawal of affection, isolation from your family, using money to control, unreasonable jealousy, ignoring or excluding you, refuses to communicate, manipulation, constant put downs, humiliation or embarrassment, using threat or intimidative language, blaming you, compulsive lying, name calling, using force to control you, regularly criticizing you, threatens violence. Even after knowing different aspects of a relationship or a companionship, there comes a point in life when people think that they are still helpless, and they want some kind of professional help to deal with their relationship. So they seek the help of a relationship therapist or a counselor. There is no shame and there is no harm in consulting one. When do you feel the need to consult a relationship counselor or a therapist is when you feel that there is trouble in sharing your feelings and getting the same in return from your partner. If there is more than one or two unavoidable circumstances or a situation which you think that you are not able to cope up with, definitely you should visit the counselor. Also, if there is infidelity, potential abuse, or any kind of harm or any toxicity in your relationship, then yeah, definitely you should talk about it. Also, if you feel that mutual respect is being lost and the tracks are getting diverted and you're not able to merge it again, then yeah, definitely a relationship therapist and a counselor will go in detail. They'll take the case history and they'll get to know all the aspects of your relationship to again mend it back. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you liked this video, you liked the content, and if you did, then please like this video, comment below, share your relationship experiences, and share this video with your friends, your known ones who are in a relationship or who are soon gonna be in a relationship or who want to be in a relationship. So this will guide them all in some or the other way. And we'll meet in the next video. Until then, stay positive, stay confident, and yeah, stay hopeful.